Last week, I asked you if you met the next Jeff Bezos, if you'd recognized him, if you'd know, if he explained to you what he was doing, like he did to one of our tribe members back in 1994, explained that he was building a website to sell books over the internet. Would you recognize the potential of what was there? Probably not. Probably wouldn't. But what I want you to recognize is that we are entering a catalyst of change. An event has occurred, the pandemic, that is going to change the world more than anything else that has ever changed the world, and at a more rapid rate. Let me give you some examples of catalysts of change. World War II. I was an infant at that time. It took 6 years. 400,000 soldiers, men and women of the United States, died as a result of it. That created Bretton Woods. That created the situation where the Allies sat down and said, we need to create a new world order so that this never happens again. The Vietnam War, I remember very, very explicitly. Every night they came on the news and it told us how many Americans died and how many Vietnamese died. It was a war that I tried and did successfully avoid. 57,000 Americans died over a 19-year period as a result of the Vietnam War. We knew that that could never happen again, and we have built a wall in Washington, D.C. with every one of their names inscripted on it so that it reminds us this can never happen again. Then I remember very vividly 9/11. That was a one-day event. 2,700 people, Americans, died. And the consequences of that you see every day now. Anytime you go to an airport, here in Alabama we had to get new driver's licenses, our society changed as a result of that. The internet. The internet took 30 years to get to where it is today. And it changed your life. I don't think you have any doubt that it changed your life. And then we have the pandemic. In my mind, it's been going on for 4 months. On March the 3rd, I flew back like an idiot from a convention of 5,000 people in San Diego for the social media marketing world. And I got on a plane. I had the very back seat on a plane, and I had the outside row. Sitting adjacent to me in the middle seat was a young lady, probably 27 years old. Over by the window was her mother. They sneezed and coughed the whole way there to Houston. Adjacent on my other shoulder was the people waiting in line to go to the restroom. Through the whole flight, I was exposed to these people. Somehow I came through that and didn't get the virus. So that's where it started for me. In that period of time, since March the 3rd, 142,000 Americans have died as a result of that coronavirus. This is a catalyst of change. And the change is not going to take 30 years like the internet did. It's going to take 3. And in those 3 years, it's going to give birth to another Bill Gates, to another Steve Jobs, to another Larry Page and Sergey Brin, to another Jeff Bezos, to another Mark Zuckerberg, to another Elon Musk, to another Jack Dorsey. These people will be born in the next 3 years, not born as from the womb, but they will create companies that are going to change the world, just like Bill, Steve, Larry, Sergey, Jeff, Mark, Elon, and Jack, just like them. And what you need to do is recognize them. If you're walking a dog and the guy says to you, I'm going to change the medical field, pay attention. Because it's going to happen, and it's going to happen in 3 years. How do we, as a collective group, the best of us investors, identify these people and benefit from them? Because it's going to come fast. It's going to come real fast. What if what if there were, rather than Carrie looking and searching, and you, Peter, looking and searching, and Chuck looking and searching, what if there were 1 million of us? What if there were 1 million of us who every day put our set of eyeballs, our mind, and our ears to work to find the next Bill, Steve, Larry, Sergey, Jeff? You know the rule. What if we could do that? Well, we can. We can, and it's all by sharing our knowledge, our experience, and our research. And we do it through this channel of Best of Us Investors. And we build a website such that your information is brought in, it is categorized, it is sorted, and then it's reviewed by the other 1 million minds, and we rank it, we sort it, we throw it out, we raise it up, and we come to a conclusion. Now, what might that look like? I got an email this weekend, in fact, and it said, Carrie, you need to look at this stock. And I looked at it, and it turned out to be an air filtration and sanitation company. And then as I Googled it, I found that they had run an ad looking for 200 manufacturers reps as quick as they can. Now, why would they be doing that? Because every school, every gym, every store, every salon, every grocery store is looking to clean their air, to filter it, to give you confidence that you can come into their establishment and be safe. So they shared that with me. I'm going to share it with you. To get it, all you got to do is go right down here to Best of Us Investors, and it will be in my morning market plan. And I'm going to research it but I'll probably buy 1,000 shares of this company because they are going to benefit from the consequences of this pandemic. There are going to be hundreds of companies that this is going to happen to, and I'm not going to be able to find them all. But with your help, I can. With 1 million eyes, 1 million ears, and 1 million minds, I can do it. You can do it, and you can be a part of it, but you got to do 4 things. The first thing you have to do is like this video. If this video gets 20,003 views, I expect 20,000 likes because the same 3 people always dislike my videos. So I expect 20,000 likes. Do that right now. Second thing you need to do is subscribe. Subscribe so that we can get you committed as one of the 1 million minds that we're going to put into this effort. The third thing you need to do is ring the bell so that you are notified every morning when I put out a video. And the fourth thing is to sign up for Best of Us Advisors so that you get my morning email. It's free. There's nothing to it. But then you have made a commitment to this tribe that is going to turn into the most powerful media and information center in the stock market. We talk about disruption. We talk about this is going to disrupt Fidelity funds, Morningstar. It's going to disrupt every brokerage company in the world because now we don't need your newsletters. We don't need to pay you for your advice. We've got the advice and the power of over 1 million, and it won't stop at 1 million. It will go beyond that. And it can only happen as a result of the internet, as a result of YouTube. And it will happen as a result of the pandemic because the pandemic is going to change our healthcare system as much as the internet has changed our commerce system and has changed every aspect of our lives. But we just put the gas pedal to the floor as the result of this pandemic to change the healthcare system because it will not be a healthcare system anymore. It will be a system of health monitoring. And you will monitor your health on a daily basis if you choose to. If, on the other hand, you choose not to, you're the same people who refuse to wear a mask. You don't have to. But those of us who want to live, those of us who want to survive, those of us who want to live to 500 years of age, we're going to adapt. We're going to adapt to the change, and we're going to adapt or die. It's just that simple. The choice is yours. If you're truly interested in becoming wealthy, in changing your status in life, you need to learn, first of all, how to make money. Second of all, you need to learn how to invest the money that you make. And then you have to learn how to get some multiple paychecks. And then the most important thing is you need to educate yourself. Now, I've written this book. It's a book, and I've explained it to many of you many times. Who are you, and why are you? Why you are you. How you take control of your mind so that you don't make the mistake of panic, or you don't participate because you think there's some sort. You get rid of that upstairs roommate. Now, what I also know is I've been telling you about this for about 2 months. 200 of you have bought the book. 17,000 of you have subscribed. So that I don't know what the percentage is, but that tells me what percentage of you are really serious about changing the way you live and changing your life. I've been telling you about this book. As far as I can tell, less than 50 of you have bought it. I've been telling you about the Big Nine. Again, less than 50 of you have bought it. So the choice is yours. Do you want to be a part of this or don't you? Do you want to improve your life or don't you? Are you willing to do the work? If you're serious about this, like this video, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell so you get notified when the next video comes out, and sign up for bestofusinvestors.com. It's up to you. You make the choice.